All right. Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? We're live, me and Spoof.
Hello.
And how's everybody doing? I thought I'd go live tonight just for fun and stuff and see what's going on. I was on Melly's panel for a little bit, trying to make sense of what happened earlier, but I don't know. I didn't hear. I heard a little portion of it. That was it. So I don't know what was up with all that.
I don't have a clue.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, it was just. I'll say, hi Chevy. Chevy's a good guy, right there. Hey, Chevy, how you doing,
Hi
buddy?
Chevy. Hi Super.
I just saw Invictus. Hi, Super.
Hey Deuce.
Yeah, Deuce. I mean, I told you before, he commented so much, I started learning his name because I didn't know how to say it
Mhm.
first. I think it's the Solon Victus or Solon Victus, but I say it's Solon Victus because that's easier for me. Or there was a guy named Lysippus who was around for a while, then came back, and then some people that I'm no longer friends with pissed him off, and he left. I don't know. I haven't heard from him since. So, oh, that happened. So, but he was saying my lives were getting too weird and stuff because I used to just let them evolve from the chat and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of your longtime subscribers are used to you just doing like food and movie reviews. So
Oh
if they
yeah,
come in here, there's a bunch of ladies like
yeah, yeah,
bickering. They're like, "This isn't what we come to see Jason
yeah.
for."
I know. But I mean, the song that Victor liked, he said it was a View Erie style, which I thought was funny. Then Conquer Sun God from oh cool. So I mean, I think I have some of the most interesting people in the world on my panel and in my chat and stuff. That you know what I mean. I will say
Yeah.
something like a little bit of advice. Yeah, the review. That's what he said, which I think is kind of funny. Um, but I will say if you're that upset, I mean. And there's times when I get angry and stuff like that. Don't make a video because it always backfires. If you're that upset, don't make a video about it. Just talk to someone behind the scenes or something like that. Don't ever make a video. I mean, I'm talking about what Evelyn did. You know what I mean? If you're that upset,
Well, I don't want to really talk about
I don't
Evelyn.
want to talk about that either. But I mean, I just wanted to get that out there. That's all.
She
That,
sounded really upset on that
I know.
video.
I know she did. That's all I wanted to say. That's it. I mean, if you're that upset, just talk to someone and don't bring it public like that. 'Cause, I mean, I'm not being mean or not like that. Just it always backfires. That's all I'm saying. That's it. I'm done.
We've all
Okay.
been guilty of doing it
I
too.
know. I've done it before. I've done it before.
You
It
know
just always,
I have. I've done it a few
I
times.
know you have. I remember that one time said, "Don't let this guy get you," and I had to make something to eat, and I came back and you made a video. Oh my god, spoof! No, I'm not saying who, but
Yeah.
I do plan on grilling food with John this weekend. He was thinking about getting groceries and stuff. He cook them on there, and I can either freeze them or put them in the fridge for later on in the week. Just enjoy that grilled taste. 'Cause I was thinking about getting some Hebrew National hot dogs because they're so good. Have them grill them up, and that'd be good. And then keep those for the week and freeze them and keep them for the weekend. I mean, for the week.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, it's but I know. Oh, nothing too. It's too complicated, and the stuff's not up anymore. It's just a bunch of complicated drama stuff that happened. That's all. Yeah, split tails are gonna split tails. Yeah, the view. But no, that's a cool thing. I don't know what Lysippus was from though. Because it seemed like you two were like related because you both had like complicated names, but cool names though. I have no problem with that. The Son of Victus is a cool guy too. So hopefully we'll be growing food with John. I don't think I've had baked potatoes in an oven before. I mean, because when I lived in Germany, I mean, I loved it there. People, I mean, people used to get what they call if you get in trouble, you get something like Article 15, which is some of the Universal Code of Military Justice. And my friend
Mhm.
got one from for drunk driving, and it's like
Oh.
forfeiture pay for like 4 months. Well, no, what happened was this is what happened. Him and his one friend, Mike. Mike was a worthless bastard, though, right?
Yeah.
And he was a horrible, horrible guy. And he would always be getting in trouble and stuff to try to get out of the army. they both rented a car. I remember they were at Chafee's, so one place, and they were getting drunk and talking to some girls. And I guess he was talking to some girl, and then he said, "I got to take these girls home," or something. Well, he just handed John, my friend. That's that guy, that Moongoose McQueen guy, that the drummer. He handed him the keys though when he was drunk, and he got into a little fender. He just knocked over a sign or something like that, but he got in trouble. I remember Sergeant Smith, because there was two Sergeant Smiths. I remember there was Sergeant Smith in Germany, Sergeant Smith in Fort Bragg, and two
Mhm.
different people. And he came over and he bitched him out, and they got Article 15. He had like, hey, in reach, he got Article 15, like 4 months no pay for 4 months. He had an LES statement that says zero on it. Now they
Wow.
still have to
High
pay you.
in a reach.
High in reach. They still have to pay you for like give you money for like food and like now I assume they still give you money for you get so much money for a clothing allowance. But that's like
Uh-huh.
every year you get like $100 every year. Um probably not. We're not going to Applebee's. There's so many. I mean, there's so much stuff. I'm probably not going to go there. I love Applebee's though, but a lot. I mean, John is so germophobic now. I mean, why he is, and then I mean, he doesn't want to. Ever since COVID, we have not eaten inside any restaurant or anything like that. We've gone inside there. We just get stuff to go. But I would do it. I mean, I've did stuff like that before.
Wow.
But I mean, but he wants to grill stuff, and that sounds cool. Because his idea was I bring a bunch of stuff home. We can grill it. I'm gonna try bologna too. He's gonna grill bologna, and then I can freeze it and then have it. With my meat
Yeah.
grilled and stuff. There's a whole bunch of stuff. I was talking about bringing over steelhead trout fillets. And he said, "Well, that might be a little too expensive an item, and if I spend a lot of money on." But I'd give it a shot though. But
Yeah.
it's a really nice grill though. It's really cool. Um, but I haven't been inside Applebee's forever. I love Applebee's though. Kind of an English muffin. Oh, okay. Here's other. See, I got off track. Shit. Why with that military justice thing? He had forfeiture pay. He had to do like extra duty, like mow the lawn and like cut grass with like a switch. It's a bunch of stupid stuff. Actually, and then they were complaining because they were fined the post. That post is awesome. It was out in the middle of the country. They were pissed off about that. I won't mind. I had no problem staying on the post because they had like a Burger King there, a movie theater there. Yeah, I mean, they had
Uh-huh.
a arcade there, gambling there, and everything. It was nice. And gambling, I just mean like slot machines. I mean, they might have digital slot machines. I think I just paid the hand crank ones, the old fashioned ones.
Wow,
And
Trevi, is it really?
oh, it did.
I didn't
Uh,
know.
I didn't know that either. It doesn't surprise me though. But I mean, I just gotta be careful. Uh, what else was I mean, it was like when I was in the military, like people were saying like you're not cool unless you have Article 15. I said, why would you want to screw up when you're in the military? Because they really will mess your life up.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know why you'd want to do that.
Well, I mean, that's what I said. Oh, you're not cool. I mean, because I remember getting that. I got um the good conduct medal every 3 years. If you don't have anything like that, good conduct medal. I was on 4 years, and they just looked at me like I was some narc or something like that. And he said, "Yeah, that and $1 buy a cup of coffee." I was proud of myself, but they made it seem like I was a big narc and stuff. But I mean, I would rather do that than get in trouble.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to get in trouble.
Yeah. Oh, see, yeah. That this makes sense too, right here. But I mean, you gotta take precautions though. Always use hand sanitizer. I agree with that too. The song like this. You want to know something? You want to know something? There was a couple of
But
times where I got involved in something. Where I was asked to get involved in stuff. Hi, Tanya. You want to come up? Oh my God, Tanya, you want to come up? That'd be so cool. Have Tanya up. Tanya's pretty cool. I don't know if you know her or not.
I don't think I know.
Yeah, I think Tanya. I haven't had Tanya up in forever. I mean, she came up one time whenever I did. I'll be right. Okay, whenever I was laid off and stuff. Um, there was a
Hi,
couple times.
Tanya.
Yeah, Tanya's really cool. She has these live streams like 30, 40, 30 hours and stuff like that. I don't know how she does it. Like these marathon live streams. I mean, I did 11 hours and that was, I could have gone on for another 12 or 13, but that was a lot. I mean, that's like a very rarity, you know.
Uh,
But no, there was a couple things I could have got in big trouble for. I remember in Germany, we were in a closed post. And we have like the MPs on the post, but outside we have like the Polizei guarding the place, and it's like you had to go through the police and show them your IDs and said this you, this you. Said, yeah, and then if you wanted someone to come on, like someone from outside the post, you had to sign them in. I remember I was walking back because there was a couple places out off post because it'd be like a movie rental place. I'd get like horror movies and like I'd get some food at Lacoste or whatever. And I come in and these kids came over like 50 or 60. Hey, Ken, hey, how you doing? I said, hi, how you doing? These 3 or 4 German kids. And he said, could you do us a favor? I said, what's that? And he said, could you sign us in? And then whenever you sign us in, you don't have to worry about us anything like that or nothing. But no, if I sign them in, they're my responsibility. If they won't want to start robbing stuff, I could get in big trouble. I said, nope, no, I'm not interested. Not interested. You know what I mean? They want me to sign them in the post. No way. I can get in big trouble. I mean, that's because my name right there, and I don't know if I have to keep track. No way, nope,
yeah, don't do that.
no way. No, boy, they said that's no big deal. They don't care. No, no, nope, not interested. Or like, there was something that's far worse when I was in Fort Bragg. We worked. We were just a small division. We were the 11th, 12th signal company, and we were a small signal division, like 581st in Germany. We were with the Delta 17th engineers, right, in the barracks. And now in Fort Bragg, we were with the what was I can't remember a finance company, people that are in charge of like the financial paperwork for all the soldiers in the on Fort Bragg. And this one guy said, I knew one guy, and he said, I want to talk to you, and I want to talk to your one roommate. And we were all buddies and stuff like that. I got a plan, but I only work if all three of you want to get involved. Because we had a guy that was in charge of our payroll just for the company. This one old guy, he had a hearing aid. He might have been in his 70s or something like that. And he said, I know the guy that you have in charge of your payroll is like all senile and stuff like that. He wants senile. He was a nice guy. But I mean, just because he's old, he was giving the guy crap or something. Yeah, he's all senile. He don't know what he's doing. Oh, giving the guy crap or something. Hi, Tanya.
Hold on a second. I gotta mute this. How do I mute the?
How you doing?
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I had to mute YouTube. Hi.
Oh, hi. I mean, I was
Hi,
telling
Tanya.
Hi, Tanya.
Hi.
That's so cool having you up here. Oh, I like the Gummy Bears logo.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool. That sounds good, though.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I was telling about something that happened in Fort Bragg.
Okay.
So we were with the Delta 7. We were with the finance people, and we had like this one old guy who was in charge of our. We had to go through him for like allotments and stuff like that through our pay and stuff. And then one guy said, "I want to talk to you," and he said, "I can put you guys on the paratrooper." And I'll take them a couple months for them to find out it was a mistake, and it's an extra $100 a month. And then when you take them off, that will split the difference. I said, no way, no way. I'm not defrauding the government. And my one, they were mad, they were pissed at me. They thought I was a big nerd not to want to do that. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I don't want to get in trouble because I mean they're like in the military. They said you're not cool unless you get like Article 15 or something like that. Forget that. Forget that. I mean,
I totally missed it. Are you talking about being in the military?
Yeah, when I was in the military, they said you're not cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in there for 4 years, but they said you're not cool unless you get Article 15 or something like that. So forget that, because they can take away your pay for like 4 months.
Oh, I have no idea about all that works.
Oh man, it was just messed up. Well, that one guy wanted me to say I was a paratrooper, and then it'd take a couple months. I might make $300 or $400, and they said, "Well, I'll split the difference." I said, no way, I'm not doing that either. That's crazy.
Well, good on you.
Yeah, I mean, this was a long time ago. This was back in '90 or something like this. I mean, forget that. I mean, if you were in the military, you want to have a clean. You don't want to get because that will really screw you over. Let's see. Hold
Phone
on.
call.
Phone call.
Hi, other person. There's no names up here, so I don't know. Hi.
Hi.
It's nice to meet you.
I'm Spoof. It's nice to meet you.
Oh, did you say Spoof? What's your name?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, well, yeah, I see you now in the chat. They're saying Spoof. Not you, but are you up there? I don't know. I just got here. Somebody said hi, Spoof. That's you. Okay.
Yeah, that's Spoof. That's Spoof.
And hi, Super Cereal.
Yeah, we got Tanya up here. Awesome, Tanya.
Thanks, man.
Oh, she's, really cool. I mean, she has these marathon lives.
Yeah,
I don't know how you do it, like 30 hours and stuff like that. It's
turbo. Like, I get pretty obliterated. And then I fall asleep for about 4 hours on the stream, wake back up and resume. Yeah. That's how it goes with me.
But I love having you up on here, Ty. I think very highly of you too. And most people don't know who you are, but you're pretty awesome.
Thank you, man.
You're awesome. Yeah, you're awesome.
So are you.
Oh,
thanks everybody here. This is a very positive place.
Yeah, it is. I mean, when you say turbo, I think of that
Turbo.
Yeah. That song from Judas Priest, Turbo Lover. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you say turbo means? I can't remember.
Yeah, I just no phone call. How's my audio? Is it really loud?
It seems okay.
Oh, thanks, Spoof. I don't know how. I'm a novice at just all this technological stuff, so I'm wondering how loud my audio is. If it's annoyingly loud, or if it's okay.
It seems fine on my end. Does anyone in the YouTube chat want to comment on the audio?
My audio only, not if I'm annoying. My audio, just that. No, thank you, Spoof.
You're welcome.
Where are you from? If you don't mind me.
I'm from Texas.
Oh, I'm from Minnesota.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you're straight down. Yeah, I know a few people on here from Texas.
Yeah. It's nice. In the summer, it's a little miserable here.
Mm-hmm.
It gets really hot here. Like today, it was 111 degrees.
What the fuck? Are you kidding me?
No.
Holy shit! What? Yeah, it's crazy. Like the hottest we'll get is maybe 90, and that's only for a couple days. Only for a couple days only for a couple hours. And Minnesota's pretty cold for the most part. Like the majority.
It's been in the 100s almost every day since the middle of June.
Shit, girl. Yeah, that's crazy. Because I heard, this summer's been nuts with the heat in the South,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we had today it was really weird because the high was 70. Can you believe that?
That's nice.
I work inside with no air conditioning, so that was nice. I mean, it's going to be like an 80, so it'll be a lot hotter next week. And it wasn't that bad of a day at work, a little shitty, but not too horrible.
That's good, though. 70? That's nothing. That's a lot better than
I was Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
What was turbo mean, honey? I forgot.
Well, you're getting somebody's wants to get a hold of you, Jason.
That's hilarious. Every time he comes back, his phone rings again.
I know. I leave my ringer off. I hate my phone.
I think he still has an actual landline.
Oh yeah.
I don't think that's his cell phone. I think it's a landline.
It does sound like a landline. Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's what I think.
I can mute anyways. I gotta use the restroom, so I'll be back. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, good luck in there.
I hope everything comes out okay.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
Me too.
So have you always been in Texas? Are you from there originally? Okay.
Yeah, I was born and raised here.
Are you like in near Houston? I've never been to Texas. Never.
I'm in the Dallas area.
Okay.
Hmm.
How far are you from the Gulf? You're on the Gulf, right? And that's where Texas is.
Yeah,
'Cause I
Texas
lived
is
in
on the Gulf,
Florida.
but it's really it takes like 8 hours to drive to the Gulf.
Mm, yeah, that's state, man. I guess they say Alaska is our largest state in the country, but Texas is right there in that second after Alaska.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's big. So yeah, it would take me 8 hours to drive to the Gulf. Well, unless I went to Galveston. Galveston's a little closer. That's like a 4 hour drive. But to
Mm,
go all the way down south to the Gulf, we usually go when we want to go to the beach. We go to Port Aransas,
hmm.
which is further south, and it's an 8 hour drive.
Like to the ocean. That's still in the Gulf, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, I think Texas that you are like I lived right off the Gulf when I lived in Florida, Clearwater, Florida for a couple years.
Uh huh.
So I was right on the Gulf of Mexico too, that side
Yeah.
of Florida. And then I came back to Minnesota and I said, oh, stay here. Stay in Minnesota, freeze my ass off.
Yeah, the good thing about Texas is in the winter we don't have a winter like you would have in Minnesota. We very seldom ever get snow. And we just have a few days of cold. Like in December, it'll still be in the 70s. Sometimes you'll have some 80-degree days in December.
Mhm. Hey, when was that? I was coincidentally
Uh-huh.
watching a YouTube thing. I don't know how I got to it, but I wasn't it like 2018, 19 when you had that freeze?
Yes, that was a crazy thing.
Oh my god! And I was watching that pile up on the interstate because it was like black
Yes,
ice, and like
it was
six people
hundreds.
died, and it was like 100 and some cars just piled, just like a whole.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was watching that just last night.
and that freeway isn't far from me either.
Mm,
Like that's the freeway I usually take to work when I drive to work. So it was crazy. Yeah, that was in February that year, a
hmm.
few years ago, and
I think it was 2019 or some shit.
yeah, I can't.
Maybe 20,
It was.
19,
I
20.
think it
Yeah,
was.
maybe it was 21. No, it was 19, I think, or 18. Was it? Am I wrong?
Let me think about this. No, it was. It had to be 2021
Okay. All right.
or
Well,
2020. Maybe
yeah.
it was 2020 because it was after COVID. Because I was working from home. It was after, and I had been laid off a job, so I had been at this. So it was 2021. It would have been 2021.
Oh wow, okay. I didn't. Yeah, it seemed more recent. I'm like, kinda, yeah, that makes more sense because it's like it. Well, it's 23 now, and I'm like, oh, I thought it was like more like. I think that the person who put the caption in the video
Uh-huh.
got the year wrong because they said 2019, and I'm like, I don't think I thought it was like 2021 too.
Yeah, it
Or-
was February of 2021. Because I remember it was after COVID, and I was working because I got laid off during COVID and had to go get
Me
another
too.
job.
Yep.
So, yeah, it was after I started this other job, and I was already working from home. But
Mhm.
um, there wasn't any power. In my area, we didn't have power for 3 days, so I didn't even work that week.
Yeah, and you guys were like, you were like below zero, and I'm like, damn,
Yeah,
Texas is
yeah,
like
it
it was
never.
6 or 7 below zero, and in Texas, and that's unheard of down there.
Yeah, I've
And
never
the power
seen.
grid was all fucked because of it or some shit, right?
And like the entire state, like usually like South Texas never sees snow. Like it's just some weird thing if South Texas sees snow, like Corpus Christi area and down there. Like
Yeah.
the entire state of Texas was frozen and
Hmm.
snowing. And they have like they have these wind turbines for
Solar, yeah,
electricity,
energy, yeah.
for energy,
Hmm.
and they were frozen because they weren't made for that kind of
So
weather.
everybody lost power, no matter
So
what you read off.
everybody lost.
Yeah.
Some people were out forever. Like I was one of the few lucky people that it only lasted 3 days.
Oh,
because
still, man. I
other
mean,
people, it was
that is
over a week,
harsh.
and it was so cold.
And people were like running their cars and like dying of carbon
Yeah,
monoxide poisoning because they were
to warm up.
shut. Yeah, the carbon monoxide deaths were insane. I heard. I mean,
Yeah. Hi,
yeah.
Jody. Luckily, we have a fireplace, so I
Hi,
made a
Jody.
fire. I had a
Mm,
fire, and then we have the cast iron cooking sets. So I was just cooking on the fireplace.
there you go.
Hmm.
Lucky for you, right? Because that was.
Yeah.
And then what did your Senator Ted Cruz do? He went to Cancun.
Yeah,
What?
he went to
What a
Cancun.
fucker. Like,
People gave him so much
and
shit.
then Ted Cruz, what a piece of
He's
work
like,
as a senator.
well, shit. I mean, he had the money to go, so
See, in his
that's the way
do
I
you
see
remember the
it.
pictures they took of his dog looking out the window? They just left the dog there alone in their house.
I didn't
Uh,
see that one.
no, I did. And like people were like staking out his house during that disaster, and he's one of only two senators, and every state has two, right? So he like takes off to Cancun. And he left his dog, and people were like, "Oh, look, he abandoned his dog in his cold house." And I'm like, "What? Oh no, yeah, I don't know what you think about that. I don't get into politics anymore. I really had my go at that a few years ago, and I aborted. I said I'm out. I was like this keyboard warrior from hell on. I was a political junkie, you know what I mean? And like back in
But
like
I
that was like
mean, like,
2016. I fucking stopped. I left those forums.
if you have the money and a way to go, why wouldn't you just go to Cancun or
Well,
something?
if you're the senator of that state and it's in a disaster type of situation, you shouldn't like go up to Cancun. You should be like, I
Yeah,
don't
you're
know.
probably right.
Yeah. It's like,
I don't know, but I can see us thinking.
yeah, what else? What was he supposed to like? What could he do? Honestly, though, it's
Yeah,
like,
there wasn't anything anybody could do.
I suppose it's
There really
just
wasn't.
he's, he's so.
Like,
I don't even
maybe
know.
climb up the wind turbines and try to warm them up or something
Yeah, come on, Ted Cruz, fix your state.
in 0-degree temperatures.
I know. And we're used to it here in Minnesota. I mean, we get like 30, 40 below zero here. And that's like, we're used to that in the winters. And, but when we get it like down to fucking like 50, 60 below and our pipes crack and burst, I've had that happen.
Oh
And it's like
man.
Niagara Falls in the middle of winter and you're where you live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of people had busted pipes. Thank God mine didn't. But like
Mm.
usually they just tell us to do like a small drip on your
Yep. I did
faucet.
everything. I opened everything. I
But
heated up the pipe, but it still happened. And only one time, but proceed. I apologize. I interrupted.
I did mine at like a light stream instead of a
Mhm.
drip. So I'm
Yep.
thinking maybe that helped.
Yeah, it
And
was warm, but warm water.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and luckily our water is gas, so even though we didn't have electricity, like I could still go take a hot shower and warm up.
That's good. I don't even. What do you mean water was gas? Because I'm like, do you live like in a country rural? I hate trying to pronounce that word rural. Do you live rurally, or do you live like in the city, or what?
Well, I'm on the border of the country and the city.
Okay,
So
like a suburb, not a suburb, not quite like that, right?
yeah, I'm out in the country. I just live closer to the city. Like if I wanted to go to downtown Fort Worth, it would
Mm,
take me like 10 minutes.
that's not bad.
But I'm in the
Not bad.
country.
To Houston, right? Is that what you said?
No, I'm in Dallas.
Dallas, my bad. I'm the one who said Houston. Okay,
Yeah.
to Dallas. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
But
I've always lived like right in the city. I live in a concrete jungle. I'm like right in the heart here. So
yeah.
yeah,
Well, like in Texas, we have like the hot water heaters
super cereal.
for
Sorry, I
your
didn't
hot
mean to.
water, for your hot
Mm.
water, and sometimes they run off electricity, and sometimes they run off of gas. And mine's a gas powered hot water heater. So
Okay, all right, all right. Yeah, I don't even know. I do own or rent.
I we own.
Yeah, I'm a lifelong renter.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
so I have no idea what's happening. I mean, I just move in and pay my monthly rent, and I'm good to
Mhm.
go. Whatever's work, if it keeps working, I'm good. I've lived in this place now for about 4.5 years
Uh-huh.
or five, and yeah, and I found it on Craigslist of all places because I had to move from my last place because I lived above this business, and the business that I lived above for as long as I did went out of business, and like
Mhm.
had a new business lease to own. And the landlord, my prior landlord, said, "Don't worry, you're fine." I was the only tenant above this business. Everything's going to stay the same. You'll be fine. Nope, that did not happen. As soon as they bought the place, they left a letter in my mailbox saying, "In 1 month, you have to sign a year lease, and we're going to up your rent by $300 more a month."
Oh no.
Or yeah, that's the new deal. And I said, "Well, I'm outie." And I'm like, "Dang, man, I was a perfect tenant." And like these weirdo slumlords took over the business below, and I had to find a place quick. So I found this place on Craigslist, and I've been here for about 4.5 years. And it's a house. So yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Like, have you
Like
ever had that happen to you? Well, when you did rent, or have you never rented?
no, like we were before we bought
Hi,
this house.
Anthony.
We were in apartments, so we rented, but we never had like a $300 increase in 1 year for our rent.
I
That
thought that
sucks.
was illegal. I called up lawyers and shit, and I
Hmm.
said, "Is this legal? Can they do that?" And they looked at the laws in my state, and they said, "Yeah, unfortunately, they can do that by law." And I'm like, "Wow, man, that is
Like
so fucked up."
that's such a huge increase for your
Hmm.
rent. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, $300 more a month within 1 month, and I'm like, I can't do that. Are you freaking kidding me? And I
Yeah,
don't want to stay here anyway. If you're going to be my new landlords, you sound like awful people. So I
yeah,
just started looking around, and I started like going on interviews to places through like apartments.com and shit all over the
yeah,
city. And I'm like, I wasn't finding anything that was working for me. And I thought, I wonder if Craigslist is still a thing because I used to hang out there years ago on their rants and raves. I guess message board and talk. And
yeah,
yeah, I found this place, and I'm like, I went for it. And he didn't. And a lot of places these days, like, they want the first month's rent, the last month's rent, the existing rent, all like they want like a $5,000 hands down, like right away, and
uh,
then they want you to they want to make sure that you make 3 times the rent with your income, and I'm like,
wow,
yeah, I'm like, fuck this, but yeah, Craigslist worked out for me,
that's
so
good.
yeah.
It's so long
Did
since
you,
we've rented. Like the last apartment we rented, it was a 2 bedroom, 2 bath apartment, and we were paying $685 a month.
yeah, that's not bad
Yeah,
for a two
but
bedroom, 2 bath. That sounds about, yeah. Actually, yeah, that isn't bad. I mean, I don't know how long ago that was, but considering what they're asking now, like rent prices are increasing like crazy right now
that's
because of
what I was about
inflation.
to say. Like my friends, when they were looking for a new apartment, like 1 bedroom apartments are going for $1,200 a month
Isn't it
now.
fucking nuts? Right?
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm so glad that like we just worked really hard to save up money for a down payment on a house. It took us a while, but we got there and went and bought a house. And I'm glad we did because I mean that rent, that's our mortgage is that, and,
Yeah.
and we have a house, so I'm glad we went ahead and did that.
Yeah, but it's almost like a lifetime mortgage. You're never gonna the way they've done it now.
Mhm.
Maybe you got lucky, but it's like people will be paying their mortgage off like they do rent, basically for eternity. Just like, but I don't know. I don't know. I've never owned, so it's like all Greek to me.
Uh huh.
But yeah, I'm glad you found a good place. Well, do you have a family, kids, or?
No, no, it's just me and my husband.
Yeah, it's just me. I'm solo too. I never
Mhm.
procreated, so I don't have children. And yeah, I've been good. I just needed to find a place that I could afford by myself, you know? And
Yeah.
prior to that, like years ago, I used to need to have roommates to afford anything. And then I finally made the income where I could live alone. And oh my God, I never looked back. Roommates, that is eons ago. And that I never want to have to do again.
Yeah, no, like if anything ever happened with my marriage, there's no way I could afford to live on my own.
Mm-hmm.
With
Yep.
what I make and what they charge for rent, there's just no way.
And bills, utilities, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I would be
Mm-hmm.
screwed.
Yep,
So,
I can do it, but this place I found is couldn't believe how affordable it was, and it was right in my price range. And I'm like, I can make this work. And like the place I lived in prior to this and rented, all the utilities were included in the rent. I didn't have to pay any utilities. It was great. But I found this place, and the only utility they make me pay is electricity. Everything else is included: water, heat, garbage, all that is all
that's
included.
cool.
Yeah, except for electricity. And the electricity only comes up to about, I mean, it depends on if I use my space heater, which I do in the winter, or
Uh,
my dehumidifier in the summer. But it only ranges from like $30 a month to maybe 50 tops.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, right now in the summer, my last electric bill was $300.
What?
Wow.
Well, you're heating an entire house. I'm just heating. Well, I mean, yeah, that's crazy though, girl.
It's because it's like 100 every day. Oh,
There's a story
Jason,
about three.
is someone doing that on purpose?
I don't know. Maybe he's getting
Probably,
harassed. It's me.
probably, and not you. I know.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just gonna. Well, let me look it up.
If you pay mortgage,
Is
you
someone
No, it's not on
trolling
purpose.
you?
Probably.
Who's trolling Jason in the
Yeah, is
chat?
somebody messing with you? Because I'll, you just
Yeah. Let me
just
see
let me
who.
know. 'Cause I'll go after him. I'll lay the
Huh.
smack down.
Yeah. I don't know.
Trolls.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, that's why I never dox myself in any way, shape, or form. Nobody
I
will
know
ever be
Doc.
able
I
to
mean, I know Doc's
troll
doing
me.
bad stuff. You know,
No, I mean I don't
it's
dox
just weird. Yeah.
myself. Yeah.
Yeah. It don't matter. I got
Well,
it.
deuce.
Yeah. Hi, Jody. Oh
How do
yeah.
you say
That's
that?
your thing.
Deuce,
Tanya.
deuce, Deuce Invictus.
Yeah.
His
Deuce
power
Probably.
bill
Invictus.
was $450.
Yeah,
He does
that's
the annual
crazy,
rescue
man.
too.
Mine was 300, and that's actually cheap because I
Wow.
was looking at this Facebook group for the
Yeah.
city I live in, and people were complaining that they have these really small houses
Yeah.
and they're keeping their thermostat on like 78 degrees, and their electric bills are $450.
What?
I was
What the
like,
hell?
no,
That is robbery. Insane.
because it's so hot outside.
Oh, because you're running the AC. Yeah, I don't. Well, I didn't even think about that. In Minnesota, we rarely need AC here, so that
It's
might. That
been
might.
like in July with the heat index because it was really humid in July. So like in July, we were having 115-degree days all month long because of the humidity.
Yeah,
It was horrible.
yeah.
So yeah, everybody's bills are just ridiculous. And when it's humid like that, the house doesn't cool off as well
Yeah.
as a dry heat.
Mhm.
Oh
Like
wow.
like it's cheaper to cool off a house when it's a dry heat versus a
Yeah.
humid heat. That humidity just does a number. So yeah, my bill was 300, but a lot of people had it worse. My house has like a lot of trees that
Yeah.
keep it cooler,
Yeah.
so it's not as hard to cool off my house. And I mean, I keep my house cold. It's like 70
Oh,
degrees in here.
Hi, Anthony, buddy. Hi, Jody. I don't know if you heard me. Hi, Jody. I don't know if you, cause I was
I
on
can't
mute.
remember if I said hi to Jody. Hello, Jody.
I remember you said you both said hi to JoJo. No, it's so cool having Tanya up here, though. You know, I've
thank
always.
you.
I mean, sometimes I will say, sometimes when you do a live, it's tough because we always have to shout over each other to get heard because there's lots of activity going on.
Uh huh.
That's okay
Yeah.
though. I love going on your live, so you know that.
I love when you come on my lives. I have a good time with you, Jason.
Oh, thank you. You're a good person, though. I think you're amazing, just like Spoof. I think I know the
Thank
best.
you.
I think I know the best people here. You know, and
Yeah,
there's
I've enjoyed talking to Spoof.
Spoof
So
is cool.
it's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you as well.
I mean, there's lots. I know there's lots of drama going on, stuff like that, back and forth, and stuff like that. But no, you. I know the good people. I know the
Yeah.
good people. Oh, I need to kidnap Tanya. I know they tried to be
And
a villain.
develop her to be a villain in our
Yeah.
community. Aw, I'm already a villain to, I don't
Oh,
know, stalker trolls. I don't know how they
oh,
keep wanting to mess with me. I just,
yeah, I'm sorry, honey. Can
you
I?
know, you
Oh, can I?
Tanya, you don't want to get involved in this drama over here, believe
Yeah.
me.
Oh, I've got my own, but yeah, I
Oh,
don't have
yeah.
no problem doing that.
I mean, a lot of people. I mean, I have cool people on my panel. Though. I really do.
No, I
I
wouldn't,
really do.
superhero.
Oh,
Would
can
I?
I ask you a question? No. Now, is there really a Frostbite Falls, Minnesota?
Is there a Frostbite Falls? No, there's not. I don't
No,
believe
because that
there
was
is.
in on the Bullwinkle cartoons. Cause I didn't know if that was
Yeah,
true or not.
not, no. I don't, I've
Oh,
never,
okay.
I mean, I don't know every city or town or what have you in
I
Minnesota,
didn't
but I've
know
never
that,
heard
or
of a
oh,
Frostbite
okay.
Falls,
I didn't know if they did that or not. Because I remember that was on Bullwinkle. I didn't know if that was a joke or not, or there may really was a place.
I don't remember
But
that. I
no,
used to remember Bullwinkle and Rocky, but I don't remember that that show, that episode or whatever. Or did they
I
mention
think
it
they,
a lot?
I think they live in Frostbite Falls, Minnesota. I think.
Oh, are you kidding? Oh, fuck, I didn't remember that.
I think.
All
But
right, well, I'm gonna
I
look it
love
up
Rocky
later.
Bullwinkle.
You know,
I
no,
love Rocky Bullwinkle. We're supposed to be doing a remake of Street Trash, which is, I don't know if that'd be good or bad.
what is that? Is that from
Street
Rocky
Trash
and
is like a
Bullwinkle?
horror movie. No, it's a horror movie. There's a part where this guy has his wiener cup and they play football with it, like a game of keep away.
Well, that sounds amazing, balls.
That
I
was
would love
funny.
to see that.
Yeah, I mean it's a comedy though,
I
but it's like
remember that movie now.
yeah, it's yeah. Well,
What
they were
was it
drinking that
called?
Street Trash, and
Ah,
Lloyd Kaufman hates the filmmakers because they said he ripped off. That was like a trauma type of rip off, though.
hmm.
It's so funny when they're
I
playing
like.
catch with the penis.
Yeah, that's where the wiener. I mean, I couldn't believe they were showing that
They're
movie.
just like throwing this penis all over the
I
place
know.
in this junkyard.
I know.
I'm gonna have to look that up right now.
It's really
What's it called
funny.
again? What is it called again?
Street Trash
Street trash.
Street
from the
Trash. Yeah,
'80s.
I'm gonna look it
Yeah.
up. I'm
My
gonna find it.
sister said she'll never watch it, but it's a very
It's
entertaining
so
movie.
funny.
Well,
Trash.
they drink some. It's called Viper, so it's wine that makes them disintegrate or something like that.
Yeah, I found it. 1987. I got it.
Yeah, I
A liquor
rented that.
store owner sells alcoholic beverages to homeless
Yeah,
people, unaware of what the
yeah,
bottles. Yeah, I'm reading the description. I'll have to watch that.
yeah. It's really good. I liked it. I mean, they were saying like Lloyd Kaufman hates the filmmakers because they're trying to rip off his formula for movies and stuff like. Because I came along like. Was that? I don't know if the alcohol was meant to be like nuclear waste that they were drinking or something that made them melt or
Oh,
something.
that sounds good.
Something like Class
I'm
Nuke
already
High or
intrigued.
Toxic Avenger. But they made so many movies about toxic waste. Remember Modern Prawn with Chevy Chase? That was like
What,
that got covered in and nuclear waste, and he had all those weird powers or something. And then,
that's
like,
very vague. I thought I'd
yeah,
seen every Chevy Chase movie, but I
but
don't
he
think I
made.
did see it.
Remember the guy? This one guy's nose started bleeding, and Chevy Chase made it like gush out all over the place. Made
I
nose
didn't
bleed
see
all over the
it.
place.
I didn't
Yeah,
see
there
it.
was. I think Nell Carter was in there. It was like some
Oh, I remember Nell Carter.
voodoo. Was she a voodoo lady trying to get rid of like him? And she made like a line of protection. And Chevy Chase was seen throwing up the powder like it was cocaine or something like that. I think. Yeah, I liked the movie though. I liked it. And then there was like Super Fuzz with Italian version of like
I remember the Fuzz one from no.
Oh yeah,
What was
that's Hot Fuzz. Hot Fuzz.
Yeah, with Simon Pegg and
Yeah,
Hot
Simon
Fuzz.
Pegg.
Good movie.
Well, this
Yeah.
was back. This was kind of like an Italian version. You see, there's a cop, and you see him catch a bullet with his teeth and stuff like that. He gets it. It's like it's Ernest Borgnine doing it. It was kind of boring though. I saw it. I read it in German. I thought it was boring, but if I see it now,
I will look that one up. I'm gonna look up. I looked up Street Trash, so I'm gonna watch
okay,
that one for fucking
okay.
sure.
I think you'll like it. I mean, it's goofy.
Well, I feel like I am goofy, so I'm pretty sure
I'm goofy too. And
be
then
entertaining.
there's a movie about killer trash cans that looks really low budget.
I saw a movie called Pot Zombies, and it's about marijuana that got nuclear waste on it. And when you smoked the pot, you turned into a
Really?
zombie and you got the munchies.
Oh wow! I remember seeing Garden. There was one called Garden of the Dead that was like an hour long. It was like these guys that had like breathed in formaldehyde in this prison and turned them into zombies and stuff.
That reminds me of like Return of the Walking Dead. Or no, yeah, you remember like when they
Yes,
um,
yes. When the
and
acid
my
rain came
favorite
down.
quote was like, I know you're up there because I can smell your brains. Remember that
Yeah,
part?
brains.
Brains.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
Tanya,
What?
send more cops, send more paramedics. Remember?
Yep. I
With
fucking
Robin
love
was
that
singing.
movie.
Yeah, that's a good one. They had Linnea Quigley dancing naked in it, and then they had a cool soundtrack.
Yeah.
And then I saw the second one at the theater. I remember getting popcorn. The guy said, "Are you getting popcorn for this movie?" I said, "Yep." You gonna eat during it? Yep. I love the second one. A lot of people hated the second one. I thought the second one was good.
Wow.
I
And
watched
then
them all.
they did
Yeah.
a third one that Brian Yuzna, which wasn't really related. The other one is Brian Yuzna from who did remember he was with Stuart Gordon. He did movies with Stuart Gordon before it spoofed like
You have better
Society.
memory than I do.
Oh, well, I mean, he did stuff like Reanimator and From Beyond.
Oh,
But you
okay. I remember Reanimator.
yeah, he would team
Yeah.
up with him, but he did a couple movies himself. And I think like Return of the Living Dead Part 3 was they had like this girl that was like a zombie interest, and she would have all these piercings and stuff on her and stuff.
Well, I thought that was the one I was talking about. You talking about that redhead? And she
No,
was
no,
like,
no. This was someone else. This was
okay,
someone else
okay,
in the third one. Yeah, she was riding a motorcycle and she was a zombie. She put all these things on her. No, Linnea Quigley was the redhead, but she was like a punk rocker. I don't think she ever became a zombie though.
Wasn't it like was it called City of the Dead? That was
No,
one of my favorites with Leguizamo and Simon Baker. Which one was
That
that?
one was good.
That was a good one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which one was that, Jason?
I thought it was City of the Dead.
Well, City of the Dead
Dawn of the Dead is the original Dawn of the Dead is my favorite, but
yeah. Well, I mean, I'm thinking of City of the Walking Dead. That had like Mel Ferrer in it, and that was the first one to have zombies like use weapons and stuff, and was running fast. That was made in the '80s Italian one. Now, which one do you think of? Who was in that one you were talking about?
The one in this. Are you talking to me? The one where they all came out of the water, and like the rich people would buy. They lived in that high rise.
Oh yeah, that was Land of the Dead. That was George Romero.
Yeah,
Dennis Hopper. Remember they were looking at
Dennis Hopper, Leguizamo, Simon Baker. Yeah.
And I mean, but that was the movie that George Romero finally got. Yeah, he finally got the budget he wanted for that. Because they said that I know that Laurel Entertainment told George Romero they would give him more money for Day of the Dead if he didn't make it so gory. But he said, no way, I wanted to make it the way he wanted to.
He's like,
I really liked that one. It was good.
Which one was that?
Day of the Dead?
Land of the Dead.
Yeah, Land of the Dead, it was a good one. I love that. I remember they called them sky flowers. They'd
fireworks.
Yeah, the fireworks. Oh,
I do love a good zombie movie. I think the remake of Dawn of the Dead was really well made.
I like the remake. The remake of Day of the Dead was awful.
I know. I tried, and that's my favorite original is Day of the Dead.
I love Day of the Dead, but the remake was terrible.
I tried. I couldn't even get halfway through it. I was like, "This is terrible. I'm not watching this."
Anthony, can you tell Lisa I said hi? Lisa's really nice. Lisa Pease is really nice.
You're talking to Anthony?
No, I'm trying to listen to Anthony. I was trying to say Lisa. Tell Lisa Pease I said hi. I'm almost out of the woods. Yeah. But Anthony's pretty cool. I haven't seen Anthony in a while, but he's a good guy too. Well, like I said, I have like the coolest people, the coolest subscribers and stuff like that of all time.
Yeah,
I really do. Oh wait a minute. Oh, John. What did John say? Yeah. Oh wow.
What?
Oh, John bought a new folding table because he has to sit on. He hurt his what do you call it, that one thing, sciatic muscle or sciatic nerve and stuff like that. So he has to sit.
It's just
Sciatic
sciatic.
nerve?
Yeah.
Yeah. He bought like a
Sciatic.
new white folding table. Put food and supply. Oh, cool. Yeah, that makes sure my laptop. That would be. I mean, I'll bring that plug and stuff like that. And I was thinking about like bring like hot Italian sausage and grilled onions and peppers on the grill too. I mean, this is stuff to take home too, so I can enjoy it throughout the week. I can freeze it and microwave it later on, or put in the air fryer. That would be great. We might not do a whole lot of fast food, but I might try the new McFlurry from McDonald's. Maybe they got the crunchy peanut butter McFlurry. Oh, you're welcome, Anthony. You're my good friend for everybody. You lost that job. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, Anthony. I don't know exactly what happened. I'm sorry, buddy. Yeah, you lost
Oh
the job.
no, Anthony. I'm sorry to hear
For a
that.
year and a half, I was paying. It turned out to be nothing. Oh no.
Oh,
What
that
happened though? 'Cause
sucks.
I panicked before too. It sucks, and it does suck.
That's a bummer.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Yeah, life was freaking rough, isn't it?
Yeah, it sucks, man.
Yeah, it sucks. Agreed. A lot of times it does.
Yeah, it does. I'm so glad you came up here, Tanya. That's cool.
You're welcome. I'm glad I did too. I love talking to you.
I love talking to you too. I mean, it's just like you said. Sometimes it's just like there's so many. It's just like you're yelling over everybody. I'm not being mean or anything like that.
In my channel, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I got to get out of that habit too because it happens so much over my channel. But
Yeah.
I've been making some changes. I've been like getting rid of trying to, unfortunately, get rid of a lot of people that I don't need to be associating with.
Oh, well,
So,
I'm not saying like that. Who was that girl that was always like? She was always nice. I can't remember her name though. She was like the thing with 2-liter bottles of like when she was getting like stoned on that, the 2-liter bottle. Remember?
Danny Land.
Yeah, she cool. Yeah, she's cool.
She gets a little out of control, but don't we all?
I mean, I always thought she was nice though. But I mean, it was just tough. It's just. I mean, I'm not being mean to you, Tanya, or anything like that. It was just tough sometimes talking and stuff like that. I always try to have it kind of like subtle and stuff like that on here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But I mean, there are times there's yelling on here too sometimes.
Yeah, but like I found myself getting into that habit, and I'm trying to break it because that seemed like all that would happen on my channel. So I get so used to it that I want to relax more.
I don't blame you. I mean, it's tough, but I mean, we'll get through it. We'll be all right. Yeah, I get through. It's weird though, because I mean, I always thought the clear. I mean, I like gummy bears, but I thought the clear ones are kind of weird. You know what I mean? Because
what? Licorice?
The gummy bears on your thing.
I thought you were talking about Boost. Oh, the clear.
Clear gummy bears. Yeah,
I think they're like the pineapple ones or something.
Yeah, they're pineapple.
The clear ones are pineapple. The clear white ones. Oh, I did not. I did not do a review of it yet because I had to get a charge for my battery. I don't know if I have time to do it tomorrow. Maybe I don't know if I want to bring over the John, so I'll have enough stuff over there now. I tried that new pineapple jalapeno Doritos. I really don't like them that much. It seemed. I mean, you ever have like chili lime and Spoof, and the chili's like the lime is like way overdone?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that with pineapple. It tastes like. I mean, you ever have like a lemon thing? The lemon's so strong it tastes like lemon pledge or something like that. This is like pineapple pledge. Oh, I like that picture of the gummy bears too. It's cool.
I do too.
That's cool.
You know what? If you really look, it doesn't look like they're wearing like little whitey tighty underwears.
Yeah, they do. That's silly.
I know. I can't help it. I like the way I like gummy bears. What am I gonna do about it?
There's nothing wrong with gummy bears. I mean, I never had them until like after I was at high school and stuff.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this: Haribo is the only way to go.
Yeah.
I mean, I had some other ones. There was one they had like these Mario Brothers. They were darn good. They were really good. And they were really soft.
Oh,
Is Haribo the original for
I
the
think
gummy
so.
bears?
Out of
And they're
Germany,
in
yeah.
Germany.
Yeah, because when I was stationed in
they are
Germany,
German, I believe.
yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
I
are
don't like their
German. I
gummy
know
bears.
that.
Like I don't
well,
like them too soft and too fruity. You know what I mean? I actually open the bag and I let the air like kind
yeah,
of stale them a little bit.
yeah.
I like
Oh,
them a little more. I don't know what the word is, but
Firm.
yeah, thank you. That's a good way to put it. There's Spoof.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
with me, I never had gummy. I remember they used to like kids would like get them and they would like get them, put it in their mouth and they throw them and they stick to the ceiling and it'd be real gross. And then what they did, which was grosser. You remember Skull Bandits spoof?
No.
Well, Skull Bandits are like. I mean, I don't. I tried. And they did. They put them in their mouth. And they stick them to the roof of the school, and then sometimes they drop and stuff.
Oh,
It
I
was
went to
gross.
this dollar theater.
Yeah,
By my house, there was this
yeah,
dollar theater, and it was a really
yeah.
old, rundown theater.
Oh yeah, dollar theater.
And
Yeah.
there was gummy bears all over the screen one time.
Oh
Like
wow.
just
What? What? I never heard about this gummy bear.
I guess like people would lick their gummy bears and throw them at the screen,
Oh
Mhm.
my god. You know what they did?
and they would stick.
Oh my god. I mean, because they did that, and then Skull Bandits are like a pouch that had tobacco in it, and the kids were like get it, and then they throw up, and then they would lose the thing and then
Ew,
drop down too.
gross.
They did that too. I never did it because I don't like tobacco. I tried. I hated it.
That's
But they have like
gross.
we should have seen. You want to see something gross? They had a dark. You know the dark ride spoof. You ever heard
Yeah.
of like it's called like I think it's called a pretzel ride or something like that. And there's one that it would elevate. I think it's called a pretzel ride. It would like you know how like a roller coaster would be. It'll like take you up on a chain, then it'll drop you.
Mhm.
Mhm.
It would take you up on a chain and then would drop you, and then you would go, and then gravity would do the rest to take you through see all the monsters and stuff.
Oh,
They have something
cool.
called the Devil's Den on County Lake Park. There's a bubblegum wall on there where people would take and put their bubblegum
Oh,
on it. I swear to
Six
God.
Flags had that.
What's that?
Six Flags had that.
A bubblegum wall on it?
We
I have a
had
gum wall.
Bubblegum wall. I
Yes.
mean, if people would stick their
Don't you remember
bubblegum
me
on.
talking about that, Jason? I have a gum wall right out here where I'm sitting. I chew gum
Really?
a lot, right? Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh,
I chew gum a
wow.
lot, and then when I'm done with it, I just stick it on the
Stick
on
on
the
a
wall.
wall?
Well, I mean, don't judge me, okay? But then I started getting into it, and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna make this into a gum wall, and now I have one. I don't
At
know.
Six Flags, they have this cave ride. So, like,
Yeah.
it's a dark ride, but it's on water. And you go through a cave.
Yeah.
But when you first go through this cave, you look up and it's just covered in people's bubble gum. So, like, when they drive through that first little opening of the cave, they reach up and stick their gum on the
Oh,
ceiling.
wow.
Because it's a low rock looking ceiling just covered in bubble gum.
Yeah. He is good at the marathon. No, that's why I did 22-mile long run X today. I mean, I wish him all the luck in the world. He knows the running and stuff. He's awesome. Anthony's
Yeah,
a good guy. I mean, like I said, I have the best people over here.
you do.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to be one of them. So I'm the
Oh,
best.
definitely, Tanya. I mean, I found out about
Thanks,
you
Anthony.
through. I think I found out about you through. Was it Rita? Was it
Yeah, it was
Rita?
probably Rita. Yeah, absolutely. It probably
Rita, and
was.
she was talking about Abacab or something, or like Abacab or someone else. I can't
Yeah, I haven't
remember.
talked to Abacab. He used to hang out on my channel a long time ago, but I haven't seen him in a while. I hope he's good,
Oh.
you know?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
And Rita did, yeah, Rita and Abba, they're good peeps, you know?
Yeah.
Absolutely, you know. You and Rita are very good friends. I know
Yeah.
that.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm good friends with you too, Tanya. I wish we talked more, but some of this stuff. I'm not being mean or anything like that. There's just so many people over there.
Nah,
There's
that's
people
changing.
over there,
Trust
too.
me. I've gotten rid of like a lot of people. And
Oh, really?
I always say I'm good if I'm I'll just do my thing, even if I'm there
Yeah,
alone, man.
yeah.
I have a good time, and
I know. And
yes,
well, a lot
I
of
do get
times,
a little buzz on.
yeah,
I drink
yeah,
my red wine or my Fireball
yeah,
or something,
yeah.
and then I
But a
just
lot of times
go
I'm
for
at
it.
work. A lot of time at work, I was like, man, I would love to do YouTube full time. I would love to do it full time.
Well, I mean, like, are you saying it's a job if you get
I would.
paid?
I mean, I make money on YouTube a little bit, but I mean, I'd like to do it as a full time
Well,
job.
I finally got over 1,000 subs, and people are like, "Well, you want to get monetized?" I'm like, "I have no content on my channel. The
Yeah,
only thing I do is stream, and then I
yeah,
private or delete my streams immediately when they're
yeah.
done.
I
I have
mean, that'd be tough.
nothing.
I mean,
I
it'd
have
be
no
tough to
content
get.
up on there.
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah,
tough to get monetization that way. You know what I mean? If you keep, because I
and I
think,
don't want to.
yeah,
I mean, I have no. I mean, what would I make? Like,
yeah.
maybe I suppose you make a good sum of money. I mean, something.
No, I make between 200 and 300 a month. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
That's
All
not
right,
that's
Anthony.
not income.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
drinking right now. Yeah, I'll type it. I won't talk over you.
The
I
most.
apologize.
Well, no. You can say whatever you want. It's okay. Um.
Anthony was saying Fireball is all right, Tanya Z, and I'm like,
Yeah.
faux shizzle, because
Yeah.
that's what I'm
Oh,
drinking tonight.
what did turbo mean? Is that just I can't remember.
Well, I came on here and I started calling people turbo, and
Oh, okay.
what come to explain it is pretty detailed,
Well, it's
but
okay.
yeah, I'll tell you sometime. All right, Turbo.
Okay.
No, I said it.
I get turbo. But I always think of like that song "Turbo Lover" from Judas Priest. Like I was saying, I said
There's
that.
like a Disney movie or something called Turbo about snails.
I never seen that though. I heard about it though. I
Mm-hmm.
watched that. I watched that video that Aska sent me about George Sutton driving his scooter to. That was interesting. But you hear it like
Oh,
shake.
I forgot to go see it.
Well,
Well,
I've
I
been
mean,
I have
calling
it's not
people
shake.
turbo since like the early '90s.
Yeah.
I don't know what year that movie that you're speaking of came out, but I think it
I
was
don't know.
a
Oh,
lot
it
more
was
recent.
yeah, it's more
Turbo.
recent than the '90s
Well,
for sure.
that Turbo Lover was like in the '80s, wasn't it? When he did
Well,
the
yeah,
first
and it has
song.
nothing
Yeah.
to do with the Judas Priest song,
Yeah.
but I know the Turbo Lover exists. And
Yeah.
hey, what happened to? Is it Rob Halford, the singer of Judas Priest?
I think he's still around. I
And then
think.
wasn't it like it turned out that he's gay, and I'm like, oh, I
Oh
never
yeah,
knew,
I knew
man.
that. Yeah,
I
I found out
didn't. I
that.
was like, I never
Oh
knew.
yeah.
I was like, until he came out and said, "Yep, I'm
Yeah.
gay." Everybody,
Yeah.
check it out. I'm like, good on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rob Halford. And in fact, when I was a little kid, I used to have posters all over my room, and one of them was a huge Judas Priest poster with Rob Halford, dressed in all his
Yeah.
leather
He's
gear and shit.
really really
Yeah.
talented. I mean, I know that they had like people do covers of the song. And remember, he did that song. Was it the Reaper? Was it? I mean, no. Was it time first? Surprise time for a shock. Like he does. King Diamond did a cover of that, and was perfect doing his.
Yeah, I don't know King
What
Diamond at all,
I like
really.
King Diamond. You don't like King Diamond?
I know I've heard, like, I know the name.
Oh,
I don't know them as well as you do.
oh, King Diamond's
Absolutely do
pretty cool.
not.
I mean, they don't really talk that much about King Diamond or anything like that. I like King Diamond. My one friend said, "Yeah, you and 11 people know of them," but I like King Diamond. He had the big following too, And like a
Mm.
lot of times, you see these bands that like they used to have like these different labels. Now they're just with like Nuclear Blast Records or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or you'll see like the band Death. They start out with Combat Records. Now they're on Relapse Records. Now their albums go from different
Yeah, I'm
places.
trying to figure out how they even make money anymore because you can just listen to their. I mean, that's why we get copyright claims all the time by playing their
Yeah,
music
I
because
kind
they're
of
like,
put
well,
me
you're
in
not
front.
paying for it. Like, well, what if I bought your freaking cassette tape back in 1989? I
Yeah, I
did pay
know.
for it, for fuck's sake. It's like,
I
what?
know it's crazy.
It is. It's kind of it's aggravating the copyright, but I honestly don't know how they even make money anymore. Like, who's going out and buying CD? I mean, what is there left to do? Is that how
Do
you
they
buy their
even
music on
sell
Spotify?
CDs?
What's that?
Do you think
Yeah,
they even sell CDs anymore?
I
I think
know,
they
right?
do.
Well,
I mean, FYE still sells CDs and stuff now. I mean, streaming is a big thing now, but I usually just listen to it on YouTube now. A lot of
yeah,
the
me
music.
too.
I know Cannibal Corpse has a new album coming out. Well, they released those two songs. They're okay. It's called Chaos Unimagined or something like that. And it's not coming out until December 22nd, so I got to do a review of it when it comes out. And well, they had the best of the band Death. I got to do a review of that sometime, or maybe not. I don't know. I mean, the music reviews don't do as well as some of the other ones. If his Gore comes out with a new album, I'll do that. But I mean, with the new lineup, they were on NPR. Spoof, did you know that?
Who was?
War.
I love
Oh,
NPR.
you told me that the other day.
Yeah, but I saw a video too. They were doing like Sex Cow, and they were in like some library. It was kind of neat with the new single
Wow.
stuff. It's interesting though, Spoof. I mean, you see that new single looks completely different from Odorous. He looks more like a cow. He had like an udder and stuff like that too. Yeah, he's Blothar. He has like these giant antlers and he has like a cow bladder and stuff. Kind of goofy. But I mean, they're trying to go more for like hard rock and stuff like that now. With the old war is more like, more like traditional metal than thrash and punk kind of, you know. But I mean, some of the stuff is good. Some of it doesn't sound like they have a song Ratcatcher where it's like the vocals sound nothing like them. Because if they won't say it, said Gore, I said Rowdy.
Well, did you see Ratcatcher?
No, they did a song called Ratcatcher.
It reminds me of Crispin Glover. He put out a book called Rat Catching.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's my. Speaking of that's my number one celebrity crush. So now it's you two's turn to tell me your celebrity crush. Your number one.
Me?
Or two.
My celebrity crush?
Yep.
I don't know. I always liked. I mean, you mean like regular actors, not like porn stars or something like
anybody in show, anybody who's a celebrity. It could be movies, television.
Well,
sports,
I'd say either or like Jennifer Aniston maybe from Friends.
All right, there you go. It's a good one.
Like her, or Burp Girl. She's in movies. I like her a lot too.
Who did you say?
Burp Girl. That Christina Kauf. She's in movies too. That fair will probably be like sometime in like the second or third week of September. But at least they change it.
What is the Albion Fair?
Yeah, that's in the second or third week of February. Hopefully it won't rain. And I'm not going on any rides this year unless they have a dark ride. Because I got stuck because those rides are not built for me and I'm too big. I don't mean like my chest got caught. I remember getting out of that Sea Dragon. I got stuck getting out of there and that guy had to help me out. Because I mean it's just built for kids. They're not built for like a big guy like me. I mean I don't mean just heavy, but I mean just a big guy with a big frame, you know. Hi, James.
Go on the big people rides.
What's that?
Just go on the big people rides instead.
Well, I mean, there's not too many. I mean, well, no, I go on like they have a merry-go-round. It's like the third oldest in the country. I'll go on that, and it just.
I love a good carousel.
Yeah, I like that. It's just you just sit down and it just goes around the circle, and it's just relaxed. It has a nice breeze and stuff like that.
You know what it reminds me of before I leave? Because it reminds me of that movie, Something Wicked This Way Comes. Remember that movie?
Oh, yeah.
Carousel in that movie?
Yes, and it would go backwards.
Yeah, right.
I saw that when I was a kid. And remember that scene where his room was covered in tarantulas?
Wasn't it whatever Roberts? What was his name? He's dead now, but
Jason Robard.
Robard. Thank you.
That was a Disney movie too.
Yes, it was.
That was another one of the horror movies.
I was a kid and it came on the Disney Channel. I was watching it on the Disney Channel, and that tarantula scream, like the tarantula scene in the boys' room, was the creepiest thing for me.
How come I don't remember that scene? God, I gotta watch that again.
I saw it in English class.
And the tarantulas were all over the ceiling and coming down the walls. It was infested with tarantulas.
Yeah, I have to watch that again. I mean, I've seen that. I saw it a long time ago in English class. But they did Disney also did another horror movie called The Watcher in the Woods with Betty Davis.
I remember that one.
Yeah, that was a big deal because Betty Davis came back.
I used to watch TMC, Turner Movie Classic, or TCM.
Yeah.
Turner Classic Movie Channel, and all those old movies. Oh my god.
Yeah. They had some good ones on there. I told my there's a really good one. I guess it's a horror film. And it's the only movie that Richard. Who's that guy that played the family opera? The old one, Spoof. Who he was married to?
I don't know.
The girl who played the Bride of Frankenstein. Robert Lautner. Damn it! What was his name? The guy who played the. He was married to the girl who played the Bride of Frankenstein. Oh, yeah. Let me see. Let me look at Hunchback of Notre Dame. No, yeah, I always said Notre Dame before, but Hunchback. I mean, it was
old movies like that.
Oh, this is a really good one. If you get a chance to see it, I highly recommend it. I think you'll like it. Actor. Let's see, actor. Hopefully, it'll come up. Charles Lawton, I think, the most classic one. Oh, let's get the Disney one. I don't want Disney. I want the Charles Lawton. I think it was. Oh, damn it! And then he directed a movie called Night of the Hunter with Robert Mitchum. That is a damn good movie. It's really good. That's like a 4-star movie, though. And that was on. I found out about it from Rue Morgue. I think I heard about it, but Rue Morgue did a video about it. And I turned class movie. I said, "It's on, Dad, we got to see that." And my dad said, "Thank you for telling me about the movie. It's really good." But it's an old-fashioned. I mean, but it's still scary, though, in its own way. Robert Mitchum playing the bad guy, and there's like 2 kids and stuff, But watching the Woods with Disney, like I said, something wicked this way comes. Oh, there's also you ever hear the band Nuclear Assault before, either Tanya or Spoof?
No.
Well, they remember the movie Warlock 2?
I remember the Warlock movies. I don't remember them. I don't remember them though, but I do.
Oh, I remember the first one and the second one. I tried to make it through the third one and I couldn't make it. I tried to watch it the second time. I couldn't make it through all the way through the third one. The second one's my favorite, though. It has a ton of really cool special effects. And the ending, they play a song, Nuclear. Hi, Todd, buddy. How you doing? Todd did Nuclear Assault did a song called Something Wicked This Way Comes. It's really cool. I think there's a clown in it, too. I just sent to you, Spoof. There's a clown in it, too. You can look it up. It's pretty cool.
Do you remember when he was in the movie? Oh, you said his name earlier. Who started? Rob? Not I always say Robert.
Robert Mitchum.
No. In Something Wicked This Way Comes.
Oh, Jason Robard. Yes.
Robard. Yeah. Do you remember The Day After? We all remember that. 1983 or some shit. Oh,
yeah,
man.
that was like about
that was the first of its kind, honestly. Like
after nuclear war. That was because we stayed. Dad let me stay up to watch it because we had to do a.
It was like a whole thing. Yeah.
Paper about on in science class.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember buying it from Robert Deathrage, a copy of it from Robert Deathrage, but it's still a good movie.
It's an absolutely classic. Yeah. It was like, as a kid, we're all the same age. We're in our 40s, right? Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm 54.
I'm 54. Oh, our 50s, 40s and 50s.
Yeah, okay.
Well, when The Day After came out back then, what was it, like 1981, 2, 3 or some shit? It was like the first of its kind. We were all like, what is this?
Yeah, they didn't do stuff like that back then. Well, I mean, they did they did Failsafe. Because I remember we watched Failsafe and we watched Dr. Strangelove. That was about nuclear war and stuff.
Yeah.
And they were both good movies. And then I guess they did something on CBS. They did a live broadcast of the movie Failsafe with George Clooney in it. That was really good too. It was like CBS Theater. They used to do like these TV movies that were done live from actors and stuff. It was really cool. Boy,
movies are good.
Yeah, everything's cool. Team Riley, Mansion of
Living Dead. Before I go, and I am going, I never got to hear Spoof's celebrity crush.
Oh, okay.
Who's yours, girl? Or one or two? You got more than one?
I'm Matthew McConaughey.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Oh, that's interesting.
I really love his personality and I don't usually like. Texan. Yes, he's Texan.
He's from Uvalde, which was the only reason we know that is because of the tragedy, that
Yeah,
happened there.
he lives in Austin now.
Mhm.
I just really love his personality, and he is nice looking when he has muscles. Um,
I love that. It is all about the aesthetic. We
Yeah.
talk about our crushes. We
yeah,
don't know
but
them
I
personally.
and I really love his accent. Like
Hmm.
usually, I'm not attracted to a Texas accent on a man, but for
Yeah.
him, it's actually really sexy. It's like his
Okay.
tone of voice and the way he
All right.
enunciates with the Texas accent. It all just works perfect for me. It's just
Yeah.
amazing. But then there's a funny one, but I don't think it's like a crush like I would love to. I just like I would love this to be friends with this guy, and
Okay.
it's Seth Rogen.
Oh, hey,
Oh, yeah.
girl, I fucking feel you on that one.
Like
Are you
he
kidding?
is so cute, and his
Aw.
personality
And his
too.
laugh. Oh my god.
I
Are you
love his
kidding?
laugh. I
Yeah,
love it.
I
Like
love Seth
I've
Rogen.
heard him on Howard
Oh,
Stern several times, and I just fell in love with his personality.
Yeah.
Like he's not really an attractive guy, but he's not
oh,
ugly either.
oh,
And
But
well,
his
you get it.
personality,
It's not even about that so much, you know?
yeah.
his personality, like I love his personality and his laugh, and I would love to just sit around and smoke a big fat joint with him.
I know, like a trifecta joint, like in Pineapple
Yeah,
Express. Do you remember that one? I don't know if
yes,
that was
I did
that was
feel
a. How about the end of the world or whatever that was called? Something.
this is the end.
Yeah, this is the end. Oh, that's so good.
Mhm.
And he's like, I
I
didn't say
love
anything.
Seth Rogen, and I love his movies. Like I love his humor. I love everything about Seth Rogen. So yeah, he would be my number two.
I like those. Okay, so Matthew McConaughey, Seth Rogen, and for Jason here is Jennifer Aniston. I think you said.
Yes.
All right. And mine is my number one hands down is Crispin Glover. I don't know if a lot of people know who I'm talking about. Maybe you don't. Maybe you do. Yeah.
Is he an actor, singer? What does he do?
Yeah, I mean, okay, he's been in a lot of stuff. He does vaudeville. He travels the country, but I think the only thing that anybody's ever going to remember him for was
Mhm.
being George McFly, Marty McFly's father in Back to the
Oh,
Future.
okay.
Remember Crispin Glover? He's been in so much
Yeah.
more stuff than that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
he's done a lot of roles.
Oh,
But
that. Oh, I have to say something. Anthony, are you still there, Anthony? That movie, The Road you mentioned, was filmed in parts of Presque Isle, where close to the beach in Erie. A lot of stuff was filmed in a local Erie around. Why? Because I've been to Erie plenty of times. It's filmed in Erie, and then like I guess the guy who was the guy that started that
mm.
starting the road. He was in
I cannot remember his name either, but I've seen him in so
Morganton
many things.
or
Oh, Viggo Mortensen.
Yeah.
Viggo
He used to go to
Mortensen.
this
Yeah.
one bar all the time and eat there all the time. Could you imagine
Oh,
going
is
to the
he?
bar and meeting him? Yes.
I
Yeah, it's
saw him do.
filmed in PA.
Did you see
Yeah.
him do full front? Do you remember that movie? That it was
Which
more
one?
recent, where he was like he took the kids and they lived in the woods, and they went off grid, and then you saw a full frontal. He did a full frontal scene. You saw
I
all
don't
his
think I've
stuff.
seen that.
Oh, I did. I said,
I don't think I've
"Damn,
seen that.
dude is packing." Who knew?
That's like
But yeah, he went full
oh,
frontal on that movie.
I started watching that movie Crimes of the Future with David Cronenberg. I gotta watch it. I fell asleep. That is one weird movie because I saw the original student film he did in the 60s.
Okay.
David Cronenberg, that's really strange. People had like zippers on them. They could unzip and take out their organs and stuff. It's really weird.
Okay.
Crimes of the Future. It's really weird because he does, like Spoof, Cronenberg does like body horror and stuff like that. And like, or like Existenz. Existenz was cool. Remember that the video game that plugged in the back of your neck?
You want to know? I do remember seeing that. It was so long ago, man.
Yeah.
My brain only holds so much content, and I gotta like throw
Yeah.
shit out to make room for new.
Yeah.
So my memory is like pretty vague and a lot of crap.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
we tried to retain
I saw
everything
that.
like you do, it sounds like you retain a lot of stuff,
Well, I
Jason.
know a lot of
That's
movies and stuff. Or Videodrome had Deborah Harry, and that was
His
one.
memory is amazing.
Oh,
when it
wasn't Deborah Harry in like the Creep Show movie too?
Well, she was in Tales from the Dark Side. That movie.
Tales,
She was the
I
witch.
always get it mixed up.
She was
Tales,
the witch.
yeah.
She was gonna cook that one kid or something
Yeah,
like
that
that. But then the Tales of the Dark Side movie looked nothing like the TV show. The TV show
Yeah,
looked
the
more
movie
like
was
Creep
pretty
Show too. Creepshow 2 looked like the Tales from the Dark Side TV show.
Okay,
But
wasn't that
Tales
the
from the
one where
Dark Side was
Ted
a big
danced and
budget.
was buried up to his neck and the tide came
No, that
in?
was the first Creepshow. The second one
Damn,
had
I
like
always get Creepshow mixed up with
yeah,
Tales
the
from the
second
Dark
one had
Side.
like the Indian statue that came to life, or like
Yes.
the raft,
Yeah.
or like that hitchhiker.
Or what about the Mummy? Was that? I always get it
Oh,
mixed
the
up.
Mummy was Tales from the Dark Side with
All
Christian
right.
Slater.
See, your memory is so much better than mine.
Oh, thank you. Well, that's how I found out about that coat hanger thing they put in the nose and they take out the
Yep,
entrails.
and they pull out the brains.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then that cat went in the guy's mouth. That disturbed
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
That was disturbing, though. The cat crawling in the guy's mouth. That was
Absolutely.
disturbing.
That was like
That
early
bothered
80s
me.
disturbing.
That bothered me. A cat was all like purring and stuff like that. That would creep me out. I don't know how you get a cat out of your mouth and stuff like
Wasn't
that.
that the
That's
same
so
guy?
weird.
Wasn't that the same guy in the wheelchair in that movie that also played like the granddad in Christmas Vacation, right? The same guy, right?
No, that's William. Oh, no, William Hickey was in that. I think William Hickey. That's William Hickey.
Didn't he play like the old guy?
He might have been. He might have been in Tales. He probably was in Tales from the Dark Side.
Yeah, but wasn't he also in Christmas Vacation? The one where the
yes,
yeah,
he's the one that goes the blessing. He said,
and he lit a cigar and like everything blew up.
And he
or
was
he lit the Christmas tree outside.
Yeah, he was in Prince's on. He was in the first Puppet Master movie.
Oh my god, I love Puppet Master.
And the very first Puppet Master, the first one, he was in that one.
They did a remake recently, and I didn't watch it. I'm like, I'll get around.
But which one was Puppet Master Lilith Reich? Is that the one you're talking about?
It was very recent, like within the last 3 years. 4 maybe.
Well, I've seen a couple Puppet Master movies. I mean, they've done sequels. I know I saw Dr. Death not that long ago. That was good. But the Lilith
wasn't that like no, that wasn't an M. Night Shyamalan, was it? No.
No, Dr. Death was like a real low budget.
The
It was only like an hour long. It was only an hour long. It was like the skeleton. That was like one of the wooden puppets from Retro Puppet Master.
No, I didn't see that. I don't remember that.
I mean, but that Puppet Master Lilith Reich was really messed up. There was like this one puppet that was like a gas pump. And he was on this guy, and he was just pumping his blood on him. It was going out through his arms. That was just so strange. What's that, Spoofy?
Your banner. Why did you do that?
Oh!
No, I'm not even reading that. What is this?
No, that was my.
I just now saw it. I was like, oh my god.
I forgot about that. Oops, sorry.
Super chat donations are always.
That must have been my administrative. I must give someone administrative.
I'm gonna give you a thumbs up right now. I never.
Wait, look, read this part.
You got one. I just gave it. Thumbs up to you, Jason. Hey, Jason, you gotta have more than one celebrity crush. Jennifer Aniston, but
Burp Girl.
Yeah, he had Burp Girl.
I don't know who that is.
Well, that's the girl who does my outro and stuff. She's a real celebrity, though.
All right,
she was in the Howard Stern movie.
Oh, is she? Oh,
was Burp Girl in Howard Stern
what's it called? Private Parts?
Wasn't she?
No, she was in. No, she was in. What was she in? She was in Tower Heist. She was in a remake of Arthur.
I love Tower Heist. Was she
on the Howard Stern show?
I don't think she was on Howard Stern show. Not to my knowledge. She could have been. She was on Price is Right. I know she was on Price is Right. She won.
Why did I think she was on?
The Price is Wrong, bitch.
Yeah, I know. Bob Barker. Yeah.
On Private Parts, they had all those little sections where they had like fans and stuff come on and do stuff.
Oh,
like
I know.
Callers.
I don't know if she probably wasn't even born then. She was only 30, right? And that came out in 96. Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought she was in that.
That's okay. I mean, that's fine. I mean, I can understand her being something like that. Maybe she was on the show. I don't know. Not to my knowledge. But I don't keep up with her as much as I used to, though. I'd love to have her on panel again. That'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Oh, you had her up here? Okay.
I had her up a long time ago. It was a couple years back.
Oh, well, I'm going to go ahead and step down, Jason, if that's okay.
No, that's fine. I think
I'm really stoned and I have
Okay.
cotton
Bye.
mouth.
That's
Well,
okay.
it was nice talking to you.
Hope you had fun.
Nice
I
talking
like
to you as
being.
well, Tanya.
Yeah.
Have a
Oh,
good
nice
night.
meeting you, Tanya. Tanya, you're the best, Tanya, and you're the best, Spoof. Thank you for being up there.
I
Love
am
you,
the best.
listening.
You know it. No, I'm kidding.
Oh no, I haven't seen Opie, and I
Alrighty.
don't know. I haven't seen this latest
Anthony
stream.
said, Jason Callan, my baby, what
Yeah.
do you think of Opie's latest stream?
Oh, I haven't seen the streams. So I know Opie and Anthony, but I didn't know. I haven't seen anything in the latest streams. I haven't been keeping up with that. Usually, I just watch my friend. I know Melly did a live stream. She didn't even tell me. Again, she didn't want. I gotta watch that.
Yeah, I'm
That
pretty
was
sure I don't know these
complicated.
people. I know Opie. I remember Opie and Anthony. That must be
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah, I mean, they were popular radio celebrities, like around like Howard Stern type, like Bubba Love Sponge and stuff like that too. You know.
Yeah.
Is there ever? I mean, do you have an email or something like that you could send me, maybe Tanya, or something like we can talk behind the scenes or something if you ever want to?
I could definitely consider that. I'm really absolutely like if anybody would that I know that I'd be able to be okay with giving that to. You'd be one of those people,
Oh,
Jason.
thank you.
I've just been really reticent or like.
Well, no, I mean, no pressure, not like that.
Absolutely, Turbo. I will. I'll let you get back to your stream, and I'll take off Turbo. I
mean, I'm about ready to wrap it up. There's something I want to ask you, and will you stay up? I want to ask you something when I end the stream.
All right. I can do that. Okay. Absolutely.
Okay, I want to thank everybody for joining. Spoof and Tanya, they're great as always. Hope you had a nice time. Until next time, everybody, please take care of my Legion. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up now.
All right, I'll stay right here. All right, peace out, everybody.